We going live right now. So, and though this is the first time ever we're doing an interview to pay homage to one of the founders and pioneers of a style that's known all over the world as popping. And I had the honor and privilege to interview one of my big homies, and I'm gonna have him introduce himself right now to you guys.
Hello world, my name is Cuffy from Long Beach Mysterious, King Python, that's what they call me.
King Python.
Long Beach, California, Polytechnic High School, went to high school at Poly, went to Washington Junior High School where I first saw popping back in 1978. I saw Daryl Johnson on stage for the first time, him and another brother named Leon, and they were popping, and that's when I knew that was something I wanted to do. So by the time I graduated junior high school and went to Poly, I knew I wanted to be in the Mysterious Poppers. That's when I first met Daryl Johnson back in junior high school.
You gotta excuse me, man. This is all top of the dome. So if you know what I mean, this is like exclusive stuff. This is gonna be historic stuff, man. You know.
Anyway, Long Beach Poly, 1979 is when I joined the Mysterious Poppers. First one to get in was Bruno Falcon. I knew Bruno Falcon. Me and Bruno became friends back at Long Beach Poly. About 10th grade, I met him. He was notorious for his bends and tidal waves and stuff like that. And me and him used to, every now and then, miss the class and be out in the hallway, and we'd share each other's styles and everything like that. But he always wanted to meet Daryl Johnson. Because Daryl Johnson used to wear his jacket to school, his Mysterious Poppers jacket, and we both wanted to get in the Mysterious Pop. We loved Daryl Johnson. I knew Daryl Johnson from junior high school.
So, Daryl Johnson, what year did you say that Daryl Johnson started first popping big on me?
I know he's popping back in junior high school, which was about, I went to Washington between 1976 and 1979. So I knew when I saw him, it was 1978, 79 when I saw him pop. But as far as I know, he's been popping before then because he was with Electric Boogaloos. Matter of fact, him and George Brown.
Yeah, God bless
Electric
them.
Boogaloos. They started out with them before eventually leaving them and starting their own group. So they also had a group called the Nitwits, which him and George was in. So like I said, this popping thing with Daryl and George, they probably popping back in 76, 75. Matter of fact, I seen Daryl backsliding in a talent show at Washington Junior High School. He was backsliding before they even called it moonwalking by Michael Jackson. This was 1978. Moonwalking, they called that moonwalking back when Michael Jackson came out with it, but it has been created way before Michael Jackson.
Man, I know. Give us a little bit of history about the Long Beach dance scene and the groups that were really heavy contributing to the whole, styles, and just break that down. Just give them whatever information you want to give them, man. About the city of Long Beach, per se.
Long Beach was hot with popping. You had the Electric Boogaloos, and then of course you had the Mysterious Poppers. Then you had another group called the Mechanical Wizards. You had a lot of individuals. So you had Puppet Master. You had Mark Benson, who was King Tut.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of individuals out here that were doing their own thing. That was solo. A lot of groups, stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I can't really think of any more groups right off the top of my head. The main ones that stuck out was Mechanical Wizards.
And give them some of the names of these brothers in these groups from the Mechanical Wizards. If you can give them.
Yeah, I know, like we had, I'm trying to think, Buddha Ray, I know he was in one of the Mechanical Wizards, or he was in one of the groups. I'm kind of vague on names at this point.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anyway, getting back to the Mysterious Poppers. So we formed back in 1979. We all became a group. Bruno was the first one to get in, and I was the last one. George and Daryl were already part of the group, so I was the last one to get in the group. And then from then on, it was on. We had every homecoming at Poly. We performed. We did all the talent shows at Poly. Every high school that had a homecoming, we was there turning out their poppers. So we right at that point, we established ourselves as the best group in Long Beach. There's nobody that could see us at all. Nobody. Now, I went to Wilson, Milliken, anybody that knew how to pop and wasn't afraid to dance, they saw us.
So what was you guys' rivalries, you'd say?
Rivalry? We had no rivalry. We had a lot of people that, a lot of fans, you know.
Yeah.
We went to Compton, you know what I'm saying? And,
Tell them about the groups up in Compton that you guys.
Oh man, we had out in Compton. We had my boy at Dominguez High School. What was his name?
What, Anthony King?
Anthony King
from the Electronic Puppets.
Yeah. Daryl Johnson went against him at the Noah's Ark back in the day.
Yeah.
So, you know. So,
all right. Yeah, tell them about Noah's Ark too, though, man.
Oh yeah, Noah's Ark was a happening place. That's where we used to all go out on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and go out and we just go out there and have a good time and dance. And that was kind of one of our home spots where we went and just danced and popped and had a good time. But we also was at a lot of other places too. We did a lot of contests in LA at the workshop, which we used to go and hold down all the time. Won a lot of contests. English Square we went to in Compton. They had all these Compton, all these high schools from Compton going to English Square. And they, you know, it was all about Compton, but we knew one person that was a judge there. He told us about it. So we was the only Long Beach group that showed up, and we wasn't even scheduled to perform anything. So when we got there, he got us in. So after all the groups performed, we was the last group to perform. They got us in, we was the last group to perform, and we turned it out. It was actually a paid contest, and we won the money and left. And they have a video at English Square with us popping and everything.
Oh, okay. Talk about the style that you guys developed, and you know, what you guys your basic style, and how you guys learn to dance, and just, you know.
Well, we were basically perfectionists. We practiced all the time. We even started a junior group, which Junior Mysterious and Baby Mysterious, in which we had them practicing after school, that kind of thing. But our style was snake. That was our formula right there. That was the do-all. I mean, that nobody could see the snake. We were the only group that did the snake.
And that's you guys' creation. Nobody else can take credit for that.
Nobody created that. Nobody taught us that.
Cobra and snaking.
Yeah, cobras. As a matter of fact, it's all called snaking, but because you have King Cobra, King Python, King Snake, we all had different versions of the snake.
Now give up the names. George was
George Brown, King Rattler.
Yep.
He was probably the one person that didn't snake, but he had his own little rattler thing. You know, a rattler has a tail. Rattler.
Yeah.
George used to come out with the stomach, blow the stomach up, and he had his little form of snake. And then he had Gerald Johnson, King Cobra. He had his form of snake, deep bends. I mean, man, he was originator of the snake. And then you had me, King Python. I had my version, and Bruno also had his version.
Remember you was telling me about that guy named Boa?
King Boa.
Yeah,
we recruited someone after Bruno left, but he was kind of somebody to fill the slot.
Yeah. Bruno was King Snake, right?
King Snake, right.
Yeah, Bruno was King Snake.
Now, he dropped out of high school early and went on to dance with Michael Jackson.
Now tell him a little bit about Bruno's history. Give him the whole rundown.
Me and Bruno, we were buddies in 10th grade. We met. We all both had interest in popping, and Bruno was, like I said, he was notorious for his bends and his, you know, tidal waves. He had a deep tidal wave. I mean, beautiful. So anyway, so me and him used to hang out in the hallways at high school and everything, and practice and everything. So I eventually got him to meet Daryl Johnson, and we used to hang out with Daryl.
And then around what year was this? I mean, cut you off, big homie. Around what year was this?
This was probably about 79, because we joined the group in 79, right in 10th grade at Long Beach Poly High School. So at that point, we already knew what we wanted to do. We wanted to pop.
And Bruno, who Bruno was, who was actually first? Was Bruno taught? Was he self-taught, or was he taught by you guys, or who?
Bruno's popping. He learned popping from us, from Mysterious Popping. He learned popping. The only thing he could do at the time was tidal wave
and show him. No, I want you to show him the tidal wave.
Yeah, it's nothing like Bruno. Bruno back in the day, that's pretty primitive. People say tidal wave, that's nothing, but back in the day, hey, when that first came out, that's what Bruno was.
Matter of fact, go move over here by this light, big homie, and then that'll be better. We gonna move right here by the light. Bring the chair too, though. We gonna get, this is way better right here. Yeah, this is way better. This is live, man. So you only get this from your. Oh yeah, this is perfect right here. Oh, this is way. Yeah, this is perfect. You can see like crazy. Okay, so yeah. Give him a little more history about Bruno and what he had to go through to earn his stripes in Long Beach, and how he was our first Mexican brother that was really getting down. You know.
He was the first Mexican exactly that was getting down in our group, and he got his notoriety just like I did. I mean, going against other groups, other people used to come up to Polly and thought they could dance better than us and wanted to see us.
Yeah.
We had these little competitions in the middle of Polly in front of the library.
Yeah.
And, there's been times that Bruno was out there dancing. His mama showed up and got him because, you know, she thought it was some kind of gang thing because so many people were circling around us. But
yeah,
that's how we all got good at it. I mean, we practiced. We went against people all the time. I mean, like I said, there's no group, there's nobody in Long Beach that didn't know Mysterious Poppers. And we looked up to the Electric Boogaloo. They were kind of the big brothers of it all. Of course, with George and Daryl coming from that group, I mean, they started there, but they didn't finish there. They ultimately created their own group, and that's how the Mysterious Poppers came to existence.
But you guys definitely create your own style of popping, though. Talk about that. You know,
our own style of popping. We have our own way of hitting, and we had the snake. And we had the best, nobody could see us as a group as far as routines. I mean, there's a few groups in LA that we met against that had chain reaction to name a few.
Yeah.
There's another one that Deuce had mentioned on the tape that we talked about that was good. But
yeah,
when it came to routines, our routine was solid. And like I said, we did a lot of practice, a lot of competitions. You know, Daryl Johnson pretty much molded everybody to, you know, had everybody get down, going against different people like that, and kind of got us where we was at.
Because, you know, I'm just, for the crowd that's watching it, man, this is a historical documentation of this first time ever interview, man. Legend right here, homie. You feel me? So I'm giving up for my big homie. And we just doing the free flowing, just, you know what I mean, just give them, just talk from the heart, you know, just give them the real, man. Just, you know what I mean, you know how we talk, big homie. You know.
What can I say, man? You're talking about 1979, 1982, where popping was really big in Long Beach. Electric Boogaloo's out.
You had So Rough, So Tough.
Yep, So Rough, So Tough.
Jello.
You had all kinds of people. I mean, we could be speaking all day. I mean, you talking about something that happened probably like 30, 40 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me to come off the top of my head and start naming names.
Yeah. Nah,
like
just
that.
give them, you know, how you know.
You know, what can I say? But, yeah, I'm the original Mysterious Poppers, King Python, one and only. Danced with Bruno, King Snake. Better known as Poppin' Taco. That was his nickname before he got into the Mysterious Poppers, and he became King Snake, but he's still known as Poppin' Taco. I had a chance when we was young. They brought by, Deuce brought by,
Shrimp. Now talk about Shrimp.
Well, you know, I met him briefly. I was on my way out, and Deuce brought him by to meet me. And so I met the young brother. This before he became big on TV and everything.
And like, what year was this?
Man, this had to be, I was still in high school, so this had to be probably like 1980.
Yeah, that's when Deuce.
1981, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was early. Like I said, I just met the young brother, talked to him a little bit, you know, and that was it. And then later on, down the line, I see him on TV and doing this thing and looking good at it and everything. And let's talk about Deuce.
Yeah, big Deuce.
First time I met Deuce, me and him, he bumped into me in the alley. I'm over at Daryl Johnson's house. We getting ready to practice, so I'm sitting out there, and Deuce comes up, and he starts hitting. So he hits a move, and then I hit a move, and we just going back and forth. And then he introduced himself, and we just had mutual respect. And he got in the group. We got him in the group. We needed him. We had an opening for him. Not that we needed him, but he was definitely meant for the group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was that good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Deuce was a, you know, tell him a little bit about Deuce's style when you first met him. You know,
Deuce was hard hit, notorious, bopper. I mean, he could pop.
Yep.
He had a lot in his arsenal, and he's from LA, so
yeah.
he was one of the first LA brothers I saw that, you know, that came down here that actually got in our group.
Yeah.
So he represented LA strongly.
Man, old Deuce.
Yep.
And you know, talk about the Long Beach Time Bandits, Pierre, Darren.
Yeah, they were Long Beach. They were actually Junior Mysterious and Baby Mysterious, and they both combined, came together and formed the Time Bandits. Now I was in the Air Force at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly the particulars. I wouldn't go into too much of the particulars about it, but they formulated a group called the Time Bandits, in which they've done amazing things as well.
Now, I know. See, a lot of the OGs don't really be knowing what's going on in the popping world. This is why I'm doing these interviews, because the culture now is widespread over the whole globe, and I think that they don't know a lot about the originators, and they don't have a clue at how deep this thing goes and how many people contributed to this art form. So, you know what I mean? My main thing is to show these guys overseas, and even the kids that's doing it right now, that there's other people that contributed to this dance. And, you know, it just can't be one-sided. There's a lot of people that was, you know, part of this whole culture. And, you know, I'm doing this for, you know, you guys, is to voice, you know, your stories, you know what I mean? But popping now is worldwide, and I think it is one-sided. But just tell them, like, you know, tell them how it was. Nobody taught you guys, really, huh? Nobody taught you guys, huh?
Nobody taught us how to pop. We wasn't in there with the electric boogaloo. We wasn't sitting in there on their sessions. We weren't in. There was none of that. We all developed our own style of pop, and then when we came together as a group, that's when we perfected it. We all practiced. We all developed our own styles, and that's how that became. That's how that became an existence.
Yeah.
So there was no influence whatsoever. Didn't nobody teach us how to snake. Didn't nobody teach us how to pop. You know, Daryl Johnson and George, they got the first whip of popping through Pete and them over there on Salt Lake. When Boogaloo Sam brought it from Oakland, they were in there and they learned it. So they all developed their own styles and took it a different way. Because if you looked at Daryl Johnson's pop and Pete's pop, they popped totally different, even though they learned the same thing from Sam. So everybody's style was different. Everybody created their own style, but we had our authentic way of popping. And ours came from the arms, the legs, and the neck. You know what I'm saying?
Just show them a little bit of your, Hey, this is one of the hardest, I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of the hardest guys that can hit. These are the guys that taught Bruno how to hit, okay?
Exactly.
These are the guys that taught Bruno how to hit, bro. You're looking at... you know, tell him.
Exactly. Bruno didn't know how to pop until he got into mysterious pop.
Now, tell him what Bruno had to go through, man, in Long Beach. You know how Bruno, Bruno went through a lot of, you know, people were trying to challenge him all the time because he was the first. Now, tell him how the dance was. Tell him what it was with the blacks and Mexicans. Like, it was, tell him like, how, like, back in the days, it was majority of what?
Black. There wasn't that many Mexicans at all. Yeah, it was mainly black.
Go right here. Yeah, right here is good.
Yeah, it was mainly black. There wasn't a whole lot of Mexicans. Bruno was probably one of the rare Mexicans that we've seen that really was into pop and that kind of thing, and really wanted to pursue popping. But
this is like
Long
in
Beach Poly back in the day, even Long Beach, it was notorious for gangs. Gangs was bad. So you had an outlet. You either in a gang, you hung out with some cats that were cool, that had your back, or you was into popping, or some kind of outlet, and we were all into popping, so that was our outlet, kept us away from gangs, that kind of thing.
And a lot of gang members embrace popping, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I mean? It was like
Ghost from LA. He came from LA.
Big space goes from 90s.
Exactly. he came out from LA, and hey, he saw the popping that we was doing. He was influenced by it, and so you're right. A lot of gang members was influenced by popping. We had a lot of OGs at Long Beach Poly. Marco LeBlanc at Pop, Tony Hall, the Scarecrow Bastard. I mean, we had guys at Poly, Decky.
Yeah, Decky.
Decky, you know, Robot Dane, and you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of cats. These cats was electric boogaloo material. These guys, man, and they had their own style. So, you know, that's kind of how it all started. I mean, Polly was like a melting pot for so many things.
Tell them about the hutch.
The huts, oh yeah, you go to the huts.
Yeah.
Huts is notorious for a lot of gang activity. But you have a lot of poppers that go up there because the music was jumping. And they had a lot of people that had our backs, so we go up there and hang out and pop and attract the crowd and have a good time. But the best spots, of course, to go was like the workshop, North,
yeah, the workshop,
Infinity. Back in the day, those are the best places.
Yeah. So the Noah's, tell them where the workshop was. That was in LA, right?
Yeah, it was LA, but I don't remember exactly where.
Yeah, I remember. I think my uncle went there. He said it was right there in South Central, and off of Western, I think. You guys used to go to Skateland too, right? Skateland up in Compton.
Skateland.
Or Eat After Dark.
Yeah, we've been to Eve After Dark.
Eat After Dark. What other clubs? I think I heard of Grand Central's.
Man, we was all over. We was in Hollywood. Wherever there was something happening, that's where we was at.
Now, talk about the styles that you've seen. What was this like? I know a lot of people say pop locking. Give them your whole take on that word, because right now the word has been a controversial word since I came back. Because we say pop locking, you know what I mean?
That's a new term, but it was never called pop locking.
Yeah, it's like
popping and locking is two different things.
Yeah,
they seem to combine it now because certain cats can lock and pop, and they combine the word. But it's popping, boogalooing, tutting. You got so many scarecrowing, puppet. Locking, I mean, you name it. You got various forms of.
Because I tell the homies, I came in like during the '83, so when I heard that term, pop locking was more like a slang for all the styles like animation and dudes with creep, wave, snake, pop, So I tell a lot of guys like it's just slang, but it's just a mixture of all the styles. But for the most part, when would you say, like, what was the first year that you seen waving?
First person I seen wave was Bruno. He saw it somewhere. He went somewhere to some club and saw somebody do it. So he brought it back to us we was at Poly.
So the Boogaloos, the EBs never waved though, huh?
I never saw them wave.
No. They never did tick, animate, nothing like that?
No, I never saw them. They were notorious for Boogaloo and hitting.
Boogaloo and hitting.
Yeah, that's what their name was, Electric Boogaloo. So. But they had a guy in there that was ticking. They did tick because they had a brother in there that was ticking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Ticking Sid, I think they called him.
Or creeping.
Sid.
Yeah, creeping Sid.
Yeah, somebody in there was ticking.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I'm not taking nothing away from the homies. I'm just letting the homie give out the real history, because you know what I mean. Like I say again, a lot of guys were influential with this dance. It just didn't come from one group of people. It came from a lot of people, man.
The hottest groups here in Long Beach during that time was Electric Boogaloo and the Mysterious Poppers. And trust me, nobody could see us. We were the baddest group, the most talked about group. We didn't turn our backs on anybody or anyone. Because when anybody tells you about, they taught us that.
Turn around. You might need to go upstairs, man. This light is getting real funky. You want to go upstairs and finish this thing right fast?
Just cancel.
No, it's good. We got a lot of people watching this video, man. So I'm telling you right now, man. We'll just finish it out right here. It's cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But all I know is just that when you went to LA, like, what was the thing that you was saying in LA with the brothers out there doing their styles?
Oh, yeah, Chain Reaction. You had a lot of brothers in LA. They had a lot of different styles. I mean, Chain Reaction was one group that stood out.
The Royal Flush.
Yeah, they
Royal Flush.
Man. They had a nice little routine.
I remember, Robot Prince, Bop and Dre.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Deuce definitely, when Deuce first came to Long Beach, he definitely brought a style that was pretty much, because Deuce came in with that, animation and stuff,
right,
exactly. And he was doing a lot of 3D and stuff, and I think was a lot of brothers in LA was doing that style, so the styles started mixing and stuff, and you guys it was like everybody was sharing information per se, huh, big homie? Everybody was like, well, okay, that's tight, so, because Bruno told me himself that he saw Tangerine in Venice Beach. You remember Tangerine?
Oh, yeah, I know Tangerine. Yeah, I remember her. her and Georgella at Long Beach Poly. They used to be a female dance group popping. Oh, they was bad. There was another group that was great and inspired me too. We was at Poly. They was good. Tangerine, Georgella. Man, I don't remember the other chick. I remember three of them, but they were nice. And Bruno influenced a lot of people too. Not only did he influence.
How about Ticking Tiny from he was from Cudahy. Tiny. Deuce used to always talk about Tiny. I seen him like a couple months ago at the Poppers picnic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tiny. How about the Samoan Brothers, Booyah? I mean the Blue City Strutters.
Oh yeah.
Heckle and Jekyll. Tell them about Heckle and Jekyll.
Uncle Jam's Army used to be a party. It used to pop off different places, Carson and stuff like that, and we used to go to them clubs just like that, and battle against the guys that were there, and that's how we met Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah, Charlie and Jack.
I'm not sure what they
Yeah.
They were notorious for being at the Uncle Jam's party, and they used to get down, boy, hold the show, and we went up there and battled them and had a good time, and we got nothing but respect for each other.
Man, I'm just saying, man. Oh man.
But getting back where I was saying, Bruno, he influenced people like Hugo, Shrimp.
Tell him, didn't you say that you taught Hugo? Or who taught who?
Bruno did.
Mr. Smooth, right?
Right.
Yeah, Hugo.
Bruno influenced a lot of people from his dance with Michael Jackson. So he influenced a lot of people like Hugo and Shrimp. Shrimp I already knew how to pop, but he,
Yeah, Deuce used to always go to his house in Wilmington and stuff,
right,
so
exactly.
they used to always practice together and stuff.
Right.
So, name some other names that was out there. Why weren't you guys in breaking, man?
Well, Bruno dropped out of high school to join with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So after that, when the option came up to where they were looking for people breaking, and they told Bruno to get his group, he came back with Shrimp and some other cats. So why he didn't come back with Mysterious Poppers, I don't know. Well, I had joined the Air Force, so I wasn't around. George and Daryl was here, but he never got the call. He never said anything to us about it. So, that's how money and, greed and money does to you, you know what I'm saying?
Robot Dane's from Long Beach. When did Robot Dane, he's from the Electric Boogaloos. Robot Dane's from Long Beach. He got down. Was Robot Dane already dancing before he met the EBs? Or the Electric Boogaloo's, big homie?
I always know Robot Dane to be an EB.
Okay.
So I ain't never known him any other way.
Okay.
As far as I know, he was always dancing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Robot Dane, man.
Okay. So he was dancing before the EBs came. The EBs came down here in what year? You say, like in 79, 78?
That right there, I couldn't tell you. Because,
yeah.
When I met George Johnson, he came from Electric Boogaloo. He told me about how he was in Electric Boogaloo, and for some reason, whether he mispracticed, whatever, they parted ways. But I always know Dane to be part of Electric Boogaloos. Boozer, Dane, Poppin' Pete, Sam, and there was other cats that hung around him like Decky and name a few. But
man,
I don't know exactly when they
tell them about Rodney Hightower.
Rodney, my homeboy.
Yeah.
What's there to say about Rodney? Just a good friend of ours. I really never known Rodney to be he popped and everything.
Yeah.
He had I forgot the name of his group. He had one.
You know Fernando, Boogaloo Legs. Fernando.
Yeah. I know
Boogaloo Legs was one of his brother, Infinitum, Freddie. Tell them how you guys taught the give them a little history about the Long Beach Time Bandits, the Baby Mysterious.
Yeah, we taught Junior Mysterious and we had a Baby Mysterious group. We taught both of them, and they later pieced up and became the Time Bandits. But we had a junior group and a baby group that went on popping and became did more with it than what we did. But after high school, we all had to get jobs. We couldn't drop out of high school and go join Michael Jackson like Bruno did. We all got high school diplomas and went on and had to get jobs and do our thing. Popping was big, but it's not as big as it is now. You know what I mean? Where we have a lot of avenues to get out and do shows and stuff like that. It wasn't a whole lot going on. I mean, it was popping was hot, but
yeah, it wasn't a lot of opportunities per se.
With your mom and things like that, you better get you a job. You know.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean,
so far.
Yeah, a lot of OGs didn't have no opportunities. So now for the young guys, they got all kind of. They got social media. They got video that they can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just doing this because I want the crowd to understand that this popping is very deep. It goes on a lot of levels, and a lot of guys created some styles that everybody came. A lot of guys that create a lot of styles on man.
Everybody had their own particular style, that's for sure.
And there was no such thing as no teaching. People were just being influenced by guys, and they'll show them certain things, and that you was on your own back in the days, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of people did a lot of stealing too. They saw styles that they liked, and they created their, they learned from that and called it their own. You know what I'm saying? So, like when I first learned how to pop, my style was Scarecrow. I had the Scarecrow style, and then later it branched off into what it is now. I mean, there's so many variations of popping, from puppet to Scarecrow to people don't even know that, to Boogaloo, which is its own technique in itself. Ticking, waving, what else is snaking? Can't forget the old snake, the snaking.
Mark Benson was on it yesterday.
Tutton, yep.
Mark Benson, he said he had a group with Deuce, Shrimp, Bruno, and I think he said George. Double exposure poppers. I think Sterling Silver. I think.
I can't really speak on that. I know me and Bruno had did some shows with Mark Benson, and it was Mark Benson and David. I think his name was David Tenario.
Yeah, Dave. Yep. That's what Deuce.
Bruno and David.
Yeah, Dave. Deuce.
Mark, so Mark.
Deuce.
Anybody else Mark might have had, it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, like I say, we're gonna wrap this thing up because it's getting a little dark. We're gonna have a part 2 coming up, probably like another couple probably week or so.
If anybody got any questions they want to ask,
yeah, it's
email them.
You know, I'm gonna give them your email. Matter of fact, I'll do that next time because this is just the beginning of the
of a series.
Yeah, man, because he got a lot of stuff. We was talking about this stuff for a lot of time. You know what I mean? So. You got anything else that you want to share with people before we bounce, man?
Welcome. You're looking at the greatest, one of the best.
This is one of the, I would say, like in the popping culture, you're looking at one of the legends, man. Like top 10 really for the LA County side, man. Like this is one of the. You're looking at one of the guys that was highly
in not only doing it but teaching it as well.
Man, seriously, like this is now. Before I leave, did you guys know about the Bay Area doing their thing back in the days, or was you guys aware of a scene in the Oakland, San Francisco side of the map?
The only thing I knew back in the day is that's where popping started in the Bay Area in Oakland. That's where Sam brought it down from here. He brought it from Oakland to here and brought it to Salt Lake, where everybody.
Salt Lake. That's Salt Lake. That's Salt Lake Street.
And all the guys over there on Salt Lake Street, the pop, and everybody sucked it up. There was a sponge, and bam, ran with it, and that's what it became.
Hey, there you have it, man. You know what I mean? But I want to make this clear. There was no such thing as. Everybody just did their own. Everybody saw it and they did their own style of it. That's so important, man. Like
everybody did their own style.
Everybody did their own.
He has his own style. He pops totally different than me. We all have the same hard hit, but we all have different styles of pop. You know, we all do the snake, with the exception of George. He had his version of it. You know, but everybody's different. Like I said, the one thing that's uniform with us is our hit. Our hit is hard. Our hit is. Continuous.
Oh, okay. The homie said, who was your biggest influence back then?
My biggest influence was Daryl Johnson. Daryl Johnson was my biggest influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw, like I said, when I saw him in junior high school dance, and I knew I wanted to do that. And then I had a cousin.
That's King Cobra.
King Cobra, right. And I had a cousin who was showing me how to pop, so I took that and I took what I watched and I just kept practicing every day until one day, you know, and I knew Daryl because me and Daryl used to play basketball together all the time. So he was my biggest influence when it came to popping.
Man, Daryl, I heard talking about Keith Mathis. Oh man, there's a lot of guys, man. I mean,
you can't forget about Keith Mathis. That's Cobra, Junior Cobra.
He said, the dude said, "Can you show some of that Cobra?"
You want a python to show you a Cobra?
See?
I think you better do your math.
Now you see what I'm saying? Tell them how the styles is different. Now tell them about the styles that's different about the snaking. Tell them about the pike. See, you see, he said you do python, right?
I'm python. I have my own style of snaking.
Now,
Daryl has his own style. You know,
you see?
It's like a snake. You know, Cobra stands up like this.
You know, you can't show him too much, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit him. Cobra stands up like this. That's kind of how Daryl's snake is. His hands is up and he bends, and, you know, and he has that snake style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the same way Bruno. Bruno's bends. He's a king snake. His bends are deep. You know, he rolls his neck. He bends.
Yeah, man.
Just like the python.
Now you guys see how it's deep. It's not what you guys think it is.
It's not. Every one of us do not snake the same.
Now you see how deep this is, fellas. Now you see why I be saying to you guys, bro. Everybody wanted to be unique as possible. This is how popping became creative because we all tell them again.
Created our own signature. We mastered our own domain, basically. You know, when it came to popping, we all was good at.
Now, when you say popping, explain to people like. Popping is a whole. Give them your definition of popping, Big Homie, from your perspective.
Popping is basically the tightening of the muscles to hit. This is popping. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Now you can pop. You know what I'm saying, like.
So that's popping. And then you got your waving.
Yeah, waves.
That's your waving. Then you had your ticking. Of course, we all know about ticking. That's fast pop. And you have boogalooing, which I can show you some other time. You got your puppet. You know, puppet was always with the hands, and you know what I'm saying.
And all these styles was developed by different individuals. Like, tell them, can you name some individuals that developed certain styles?
A guy named Tony Hall went to Poly. He was a puppet. You know what I mean? Actually, Scarecrow. You know him for Scarecrow. I mean, he just had that Scarecrow style. He just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody developed their own persona.
So would you say that most of the styles, or that people do, not one person, not one group of people can take credit for all these styles? If that's not,
no,
yeah,
no, not one person can take credit for all the styles, but. You know, that's up to the individual. You can learn every one of the styles. Like I know every one of the styles, but I didn't put it in my name that I'm a puppet master, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like Mark Benson, King Tut, you know.
Yeah.
He mastered that. That's his thing. When it came down to it, when he had to go to that ace card to come out against somebody, he went to the Tut. Same way with us. We went to the snake. We hit on you, pop on you. But when it came down to it, hey, if we had to go to that ace, we go to the snake.
My homeboy told me that you guys did a battle in LA, and it was right there. It was against a group called the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
He said you guys came out and you guys did the snakes. He said, man, he down there started crying. This is like in 1980 something. He said you guys battled the group. He said you guys came in, did the snakes. And he said, man, it was so crazy, man.
Right.
He said it was so perfect. How you guys did it, man. He said, man, it was perfect, man.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember the guys feeling that, you know, during it, but we did have a routine where we did snakes. We all
he said
we all walked with it and formed a line and, you know, did our thing.
He said it was sick as. He said, man, he down there to shed a tear. I'm pretty sure he gonna see it and he gonna be like, man, I seen that. He said, "I've never seen guys do that before. They look like real live snakes." I said, "Damn."
That was the whole purpose. That's why we came up with snake name, and we created the snake.
Man, oh, man, bro. Oh, man. Because Bruno is so known over... Bruno really, you know, not a lot of people... This is the first interview ever of you, of Mysterious Pop. This is the first interview.
Nobody ever met me other than, you know, Electric Boogaloo. They know me, you know, but...
Yeah.
You know, a lot of cats...
Tell Pete what up, man. He gonna probably watch this later on.
What's up, Pete? What's up, Dane?
I think Dane, I ain't seen Dane in a while, man. Dane around here somewhere, but I ain't seen that brother since 2012, you know. But I got love for everybody, man. I always tell guys, man, there's more history that you guys that don't know about, man, you know. And
for sure.
You know what I mean? But we gonna end this though, man. And any last words, man?
No. Good talking to y'all.
You know. And that concludes our broadcast. This has been brought to you. I got put on because of Darren. Darren is the reason why I'm around these legends, because Darren seen that I was enthusiastic and I wanted to get it better in my style, and I was very, you know. And Deuce brought me to Deuce, and Deuce was the one that actually showed me his styles and stuff. And Deuce always told me before he loved these brothers. We like family, you know what I'm saying?
We are family.
Yeah, this is like my uncle, homie. So you know, whatever they say, I have to obey. You see what I'm saying? So I will never ever, you know, my whole thing is to show that there's a bigger culture in everything, and that it's more than meets the eye. There's a lot of guys that never had their story broadcast, so that's my main thing, is to get the story out there. You know what I'm saying?
If you have any more questions,
we gonna do a part.
Answer them as best as I can.
Next time we gonna see them getting down, because this is one of the hardest hitting dudes I've seen in my life. Tell them how Bruno hits hard because of you guys.
Exactly. Bruno didn't even know how to pop until he became a Mysterious Popper. He only knew how to boogaloo. He was more of a bender. He did, like I said, tidal.
And I love Bruno. Tell me we love Bruno, but this is just...
Bruno's my brother.
This is the real. You know what I mean? These are the guys.
He didn't get that style until he joined Mysterious, and then he taught it to the world. Only great thing we can say about it is that at least he put our name out there and said he came from Mysterious.
Now, Michael Jackson started doing the snakes because of
Bruno, exactly.
and because of who? You guys.
Well, it came from us, but Bruno taught Michael from us.
But
Bruno learned from us and taught Michael, and many other cats.
Now there you have it. I'm gonna end it on that note. This is one of the This has been a privilege to me to interview the first time ever interviewing Ken Cuffy.
King Pine
Top, Mysterious OG from Long Beach, the originals.
Original, exactly.
So on that tip, man, we gone, man. One.
All right.
Show them some love, man. Now we go. We all right.